Hello, Gemini. Welcome into your reading. So glad to have you here. We are trying to figure out a general reading for you of any sort of messages that need to come through from your spirit team, or any sort of advice, or maybe any sort of awareness, bringing awareness to a situation that you might be dealing with in this current moment. So let's go ahead and dive into it. What does the collective of Geminis need to know in this current moment? Let's try to figure it out. Cards are getting a little messy. Got a messy message coming through. Maybe that might be a keyword for you. I don't know. More shuffle. All right, let's see what we got for you. Got the Four of Cups. We've got the Temperance. Got the Nine of Wands. Knight of Swords. The Moon. The Star. The Magician. And the Five of Cups. Interesting. So, this message is pretty clear. Based off the energies I was tapping into before I got into the reading, I meditated a little bit on your energy, collective of Gemini. And we got the Five of Wands at the bottom. So things are like steadily improving in your life, or you're trying to improve things in your life. But it seems like you're kind of at a stagnant moment. It almost seems like you have went through a tower movement recently. I don't know how recently, but it at least is something that has kind of maybe disrupted some things in your life, maybe have pulled things away from your life, or have shown that they are no longer in your life. And we have the Star and the Moon, where like there's a lot of new exciting things that are coming into your life and are giving you good energy, giving you new hope, maybe some things that you have manifested on, or maybe these new things that are showing good light are a resource for you to manifest with, to continue to create things into your life. But it almost seems like there's some hidden energies that are attached to things, right? And I feel like you specifically have a little, and this is going to sound harsh, but I feel like this is a little bit of an ego thing with the Four of Cups energy popping out here, because look how big this other fish character, gremlin looking thing, creature, whatever you want to call it. This is the Fantastical Creatures deck. So as a creature for sure that is trying to just like swallow up everything, like it wants everything, wants to have everything, allowing a lot of focus to come back to themselves. And I kind of feel like that's your energy right now in a nutshell, where, you know, like good things are coming in, great things are coming in, great things have the potential to be created to come in as well. But at the same time, it's almost like there's some energy of past, energy in your like subconscious that is being leaked out, right? And I don't know if this is an energy that, with the Five of Cups, I guess it is kind of an energy that you are deeply rooted into, deeply continuing to go through the cycle. So the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups add up to a lot here, where the Five of Cups is continuing to pull you back in. Whether you are the one contributing to that energetically, or whether you just don't realize that you have the energy attached to some of these past energies, and it just feels like there needs to be some cleaning up, so to speak, of where you've got your energy invested into. And like I said, maybe subconsciously you don't realize that you have your energy attached to these things, or maybe it's that you just want to have everything remain the same. You just want everything to be included into your life. You want to make room for everything in your life. And maybe these things you don't necessarily realize that they have ran its course, right? And have kind of expired, so to speak. So I think maybe you are trying to push the limit of the expiration date on some of these things that you have in your life. And you are trying to make sure that you're holding on to those things. You're making sure that those things are still trying to work for you. And you're putting a lot of your energy back into that. And I think that's where the stagnation has come forth, is that you're trying to push really hard into the future while also carrying a lot of this energy behind you. But it almost seems like there has been messages sent to you. There has been reasoning sent to you about why these things have expired. But it almost seems like you're not willing to accept those things. And it really needs to be a situation where you need to reclaim back your energy. You need to call back your energy from those things that don't need it anymore. You need to recycle this energy, make it of white light and love, allow it to fill you up, and allow yourself to, designate your energy fully to the things that you're wanting to create. Because if you are, let's say, for example, 50% right now, right? That's the fullest you can be, because the other 50% is divided up into things that you're currently working on, things that you're currently in the past, and there's this new thing that you're wanting to create. And all of a sudden you're putting that 50% to that energy. 50% is not a whole lot compared to, let's just say, for example, 100%. And there could be a greater percentage of your energy being delivered to this new thing if you were to recall back your energy, reclaim it, and not allow things to deplete your energy that could be useful somewhere else, that could bring a lot of good for you into the future or into the present moment. And I think that's really what's popping up here, is you need to really let go of past attachments or personal attachments to things that obviously has had an expiration date. You need to see that more clear. You need to be able to see that these messages have came to you saying, hey, this is something that is not needed in your life. This is something that needs to be pulled away from you, and you can be okay with that. And sometimes things are meant to be moved on from. And maybe you're seeing that subconsciously, that, hey, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe I need to go in a different direction. But consciously, you are not making that effort. Consciously, you are not contributing to that idea. And that's where the ego thing comes in, where I think the ego is kind of taking over that sort of energy, that sort of acknowledgement. And you're just like, well, screw that. I want things to be my way, when I don't think this is an energy that you can have that happen for. So you're catering to, you're nurturing to these energies for no higher gain, no greater gain for yourself. But let's see here. We've got the Master Manifester. We've got Face Your Fear. And we've got It's in You. So these are the oracle cards that came out for your collective reading. And the Master Manifester is on top of the Magician. The Magician is the Gemini card, right? And I really do feel like you have what it takes to manifest a lot of good energies within inside yourself, and unlocking and tapping into that potential. But if you are also not at a greater percentage of your own energy, then you are not also being able to manifest freely and have good things to come into your life. If you're holding on to things, if you're allowing things to take up your energy that serves no greater good for you, then you need to realize that, like, things have got to get better. Things have got to come back to you, so that way you can use your energy for a greater manifestation that could possibly come in. And it's saying it's in you. And what's ironic about this card, this number 24 card, is that there's a lot of darkness there. There's also the moon there. There's a lot of subconscious thoughts. There's a lot of awareness. Maybe there's some things that you're aware of. Maybe there's some things that you are not acknowledging, that you have the answers to, that you have the ability for, you have the strength, you have the encouragement, but you're not acting on anything right now. You're not allowing things to, free you. And with the Face Your Fear card, I kind of get the sense of abandonment. Maybe you feel scared of releasing these past attachments because you don't want to be abandoned. You don't want to lose what gives you strength. You don't want to lose what has given you good energy. You always want to keep good energy around you, but maybe the fear, and I'll clarify with some cards here, but maybe the fear for you specifically is that you don't necessarily want to do things on your own. You don't want to put all the power back into your own hands to create, because maybe you've had a network, maybe you've had a good source of energy to help you create things that you want, but you've never really trusted yourself to independently create the things that you want. But I think the fear here is more so the abandonment and not wanting to let go of these things, right? And the harsh reality is things do have their expirations. Things do have their seasons of coming into your life and leaving your life. And if you're not willing to let those things go, then you're not going to be able to bring in anything beautiful into your life anymore. You want to keep having that cycle of good things coming into your life and replacing the dark negative. And if you don't, then you're going to use up all the resources from the past, and then you're just going to be sitting with dark negative. So manifest good positive energies coming into your life and release the ones that have expired. So what is this fear? Let's clarify this fear card. Let's see if we can get some answers. What is the internal fear for Gemini about? Let's see. What are they fearing? We have the Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. Huh. This is interesting. Eight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is obviously like starting something new, starting the grounds of something new. Maybe you don't like interacting with new people or new things. I don't know. You can like pick that for yourself, see what resonates. But we also have the Wheel of Fortune, and maybe you fear the divine. Maybe you fear divine timing. Maybe you fear what the divine has for you. Maybe you're not really in the understanding of divine timing and how things work in that manner and why things have to be let go. And then also with the Eight of Wands is usually about the flow of things, whether it's coming or going from you. Maybe you're afraid of, maybe the reason why you're afraid of starting something new is you don't know whether or not it's going to be as good as it once was or as good as what you've had previously. Maybe you want to hold on to the best things that has ever happened to you, and you're not willing to try new things because you're afraid that it's not going to connect with you as well, and you're going to have to go through hardships of that and having to understand all these new possibilities. Maybe you're afraid of growth. Maybe you're afraid of movement. Maybe you're afraid of new things, new exciting things, newer energies, things like that. So whatever that resonates with you, however you feel that fits with your energy, then it's for you. You know, like I can't make things resonate for you, but it just feels like there's some interesting little details that maybe you might have to meditate on or to kind of journal with, things like that. See what you discover internally of what your fear is of new things coming into your life, whether it's just the idea of new energy or the idea of experiencing things that might not be for you and might need to be, released or whatever. It's very interesting, really, but there definitely is a fear here that is blocking you from flow, blocking you from movement. It has to do with the divine. Maybe you just don't trust the divine. Things like that. Maybe you don't trust yourself. One of those. So what advice do we need to hear for Gemini in this current moment? All right. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Nine of Swords. So, there's a lot of negative thinking potentially within this energy of the Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles. And I really do think that this is all kind of psychological for you. And I think what you're not realizing is wherever you find community, wherever you find this good energy, is wherever you go, right? You make those connections, you make those interactions. You are the one that feeds that energy to yourself, regardless of the thing, the person, the situation, place, wherever. You are what makes that energy come back to you. Okay? And I don't know if you necessarily see that or not. I think you let your fears, or you let your feeling of loss or lack or anything like that. Maybe you just don't believe in yourself. Maybe that's the fear. Maybe you don't believe in yourself to pursue new things because you don't feel confident in your abilities to communicate, to speak, whatever, And I think wherever you go, whatever energy you put into something, you receive it back to you. Like, you were pretty good about that. And I think that's where the Master Manifestor comes in, is that whatever energy you embody, that's what you receive back. So if you're putting a lot of good energy into someone, something, someplace, and you're positive, uplifting, good things are happening, you're speaking freely, you're being honest, those things come back to you in the same way from things that you're communicating with or the things that you're doing with, right? And no matter who it is, where it is, what it is, it starts with you. And you're able to deliver that back to yourself. So it doesn't matter, if it's past, doesn't matter if it's the future. Whatever it is that you're connecting with, you're getting exactly back what you put into it. Okay? So maybe the advice is here that whatever new things that you interact with after cutting off the past energies, whatever energies you embody, put into something, that's what you're receiving back. Okay? So put your positive white light into it. Reclaim back your energy from the past things that have, past its time and everything like that. Things have expired, things have seasons, and you've got to reclaim back the energy that you shouldn't be putting energy into, because it's a waste of your time, waste of your energy, waste of your nutrients and tools and everything that you have, and put it into the future. Put it into the things that matter the most for you, or that needs to matter the most for you. Prioritize where your energy is going, and things will get better. And like I said, wherever you are your own community. You are the feeding force to your community. Bring everything together. Just remember that. But with that being said, that's what I got for you, Gemini. Hopefully all this makes sense and resonates. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. I'll be great to respond. But I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care.